Have you ever felt that, despite your efforts, something is stopping you from moving forward? Perhaps you feel an emptiness, an endless weight, a loneliness that seems to weigh on your heart. But have you ever considered that this period of your life is not a mistake? What if I told you that this loneliness is a message from Allah, an urgent call that He sends to you? But why? And above all, how should you respond before it's too late? Stay with me until the end, because what I'm about to share could change your vision of this ordeal and transform your destiny. 1. A solitude that is not a coincidence. There are nights when the silence seems louder than the tumult of the day. You lie down, staring at a ceiling that gives you no answers, and a question arises. Why am I still alone? Is this an oversight, a test, a sanction? The days pass, the seasons change, and yet this weight persists. You watch others move forward. Wedding invitations multiply, engagement announcements fill your screens, and each time, a sigh escapes you. When will my turn come? But what if this solitude was not a hindrance, but a passage? What if it was a call from Allah, a sacred pause intended to shape you before the next big chapter? Allah, in His perfect wisdom, does not delay you without reason. What you perceive as unnecessary waiting may, in fact, be veiled mercy, a time given to purify yourself, to prepare for what is best, to learn, to understand, and above all, to listen. Solitude in Islam is not a void. It is a school. It is a time when sincere souls are tested, purified, and strengthened. Look around you. How many people have entered into relationships to escape loneliness, only to realize that they have distanced themselves from themselves, and worse, from Allah? And He gives you of His good things, cattle, sons, wives, and pure companions, and He multiplies you in number. Quran 42:11. This is the divine promise. But before receiving, you must understand. Before welcoming, you have to be ready. So ask yourself this question sincerely. Are you really looking for a husband or wife? Or are you unconsciously trying to escape a solitude that you have never truly explored? Allah watches over you, not to deprive you, but to prepare you for what He intends for you. 2. The test of the heart. Before the union of souls. It is easy to confuse waiting with impatience and impatience with need. When you are alone, the heart becomes a silent battlefield where invisible battles are fought. Desire versus wisdom, emotion versus reason, haste versus patience. Loneliness is not just a part of life. It is a test of faith, a test of character, a test of love. Allah is watching, not to deprive you, but to see what you do with the time given to you. Look around. How many have rushed into hasty marriages, thinking they would find peace, only to find regret? How many have searched for a partner to fill a void they did not even understand? How many have attached themselves to broken souls, hoping to mend them? But love is not a hopeless quest. Love is a sacred responsibility. It is not just a passing thrill, a fluctuating emotion, or a simple need to be with someone. It's a proof of maturity, a commitment before Allah, a spiritual construction before being an earthly union. And that is why Allah does not immediately put the right person in your path. He first wants to see if you are ready. If you are looking for love today, ask yourself these questions. Have I built my relationship with Allah before seeking a relationship with others? Do I fill my inner emptiness with distractions or with spirituality? Have I become the person I would like to meet? Because you attract what you are. This is not just a positive thought, it is a divine law. Virtuous men will have virtuous women, and virtuous women will have virtuous men. So the real question is not, when will I find the right person? But rather, am I becoming the right person? 3. The illusion of time. Running out. There you are, watching your life go by, and that inner voice begins to whisper, why you? Why are you still alone? Maybe Allah has forgotten you. Look at the others. They're moving forward. They're building. And you? What are you waiting for? It's subtle, almost imperceptible. But little by little, these thoughts take hold. They seep into your heart, distilling bitterness, worry, and ultimately, haste. And that's where Shaitan strikes. He does not necessarily push you to commit great sins. No, it starts with an illusion that makes you believe that time is against you. So you start to compromise. You see a relationship that is not ideal, but it's better than nothing. You feel a doubt, an embarrassment deep in your heart. But we must move forward, you think. But is this how you want to build your future? A relationship chosen in haste rarely leads to peace. It can take you away from Allah instead of bringing you closer to Him. Remember, marriage is not a race. It is a divine decree that manifests itself at the right time, according to a wisdom beyond your understanding. You look at those around you and see couples getting old, alliances being formed. But what you don't see are the hidden regrets, the silent tears, the souls that were lost because of too hasty a choice. Allah does not want you to fall into this trap. He wants you to trust in His decree. Certainly, what is meant to be yours will never pass you by. Reported by Al-Bukhari. If Allah has provided a spouse for you, then he or she will come to you at the exact moment when it will be good for your soul, your faith, and your future, neither too early nor too late. Don't let the fear of waiting push you towards what could break your heart more than loneliness itself. 4. How to respond to this divine call. If you have come this far, it is because deep down, you feel that this message is intended for you. Your loneliness is no accident. It is not a dead end nor a meaningless void. It's a divine call. Allah calls upon you through this waiting. But what do you do with this call? Many complain about not having found the right person yet, but few wonder, am I becoming the right person? Do I passively wait, or do I actively prepare? If you understand that this loneliness is a preparation phase, then here is what you need to do right now. 1. Strengthen your relationship with Allah. Before you look for someone to fill your heart, ask yourself if your heart is already filled with the light of Allah. Multiply your night prayers. It is in these moments of solitude with Allah that your soul is strengthened and your heart purified. Make sincere invocations. Ask Allah to guide you to what is truly good for you, not just what you think is good for you. Read and reflect on the signs of Allah in your life. Sometimes the answer is already there, but you haven't seen it yet. 2. Work on yourself. Marriage is not just a union between two people. It is a responsibility, a spiritual commitment. You cannot seek a godly spouse if you yourself make no effort in your own journey. Cultivate your patience. What you are confidently waiting for will come to you at the right time. Develop your spirituality, knowledge, and character. Love without wisdom does not last, and passion without discipline leads to confusion. Don't look for perfection. Look for sincerity. You don't need a perfect partner, but someone who walks towards Allah with you. 3. Let Allah choose for you. One of the greatest pitfalls of the heart is believing that we know better than Allah. But His decree is perfect, and what is written for you will never fail to reach you. Detach yourself from worry and attach yourself to trust in Allah. Be patient and remain open to the opportunities He places in your path. Don't force anything. What is meant to be will come naturally, without confusion, without rush. Allah extends His hand to you through this loneliness. No longer see it as a void, but as a divine preparation. Dua to recite, O Allah, grant me what is good for me. Bring me closer to him, her who brings me closer to you, and keep me away from what would turn me away from you. Allah's answer is on its way. Patience is the bridge between your prayer and His answer. Stay firm, Stay confident and let Him write the most beautiful story for you. If you're still here, something resonated within you. Do not let this call from Allah go unnoticed. This loneliness is not a coincidence. It's a divine preparation, an invitation to get closer to Allah before trying to fill a void with others. So, today, ask yourself this question. Am I passively waiting or am I actively preparing? Reinforce your trust in the decree of Allah. Become the person you want to meet. If you felt anything while listening to this message, share it with someone who might also need it. And above all, act now. Allah has not forgotten you. He is just waiting to see if you are ready to answer His call.